Good morning, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful fall day today. Unfortunately, I can't get in the water. So as most of you probably saw the last video on how it ended at Eagle Lake and are dying to know what exactly happened. So here it is. I'll jump right into that first and then we'll move into a few other things. Fishing around the rock ledge. Could have maybe snuck through to get to the deep bay on the other side. Thought I'd play it nice and safe. Using my chart plotter, I went around the deep, came in the bay from the deep side. Wasn't going very fast, which is part of the problem, I think, because I was so heavily loaded. My back end was low, I wasn't at plane. And even though my chart plotter said 20 something feet still, I noticed the water change color, and then within a second, boom, I smashed into rocks at my back end. The damage probably isn't too bad, other than the location right at the ride plate and the intake grill. So yeah, don't fully rely on your chart plotter. It can be wrong, as I've learned. Didn't sink or anything, but I don't know if I took on any water. By the time I decided to look underneath it, I was already home, so if there was anything in there, it could have leaked out. But here, let me go and I'll slide underneath the Sea-Doo and show you what exactly happened, and then I'll explain what I've done since then and what the next step is. So let me get over there and I'll check back in a sec once I'm under the machine. See you in a sec. Alright guys, one thing I almost forgot, which is the most important thing you're probably waiting for: the clip of me hitting the rocks. So before I jump under this thing, here's the clip. Take note, right before I hit, I noticed a color change. I'm constantly looking at my chart plotter because I'm supposed to be in a deep bay. So I hit it. Takes a couple seconds. I look around, couldn't see exactly what I hit, and yeah, that was where the fun ended for the season. So check that clip out and I'll check back in when I'm under the machine. See you in a sec. Alright guys, so somehow we slid under this thing. Don't know if we could get out yet, but we'll figure that out shortly. The whole bottom end of my machine has little scuff marks all over it, but these are all battle scars, well worth the abuse for the trips me and Forrest take. No major complaints, just some surface damage, all good to go. But the rock I hit started over here. As you can see, that's some pretty deep gashes. And when you come around to this side, I'm chopped up pretty damn good in here. Like, I don't know if that, I can see the crack on the white there. Don't know if that's all the way through. And it goes right to the back ride plate at the intake here. So that's the damage. Can it go out and float? Probably, especially if I keep it at speed. Is it worth the chance? Probably not. Oh, I can see the one gasket here. The seal here is gone. So yeah, probably not worth going out there taking a chance. It's only a couple weeks left before it gets really cold out anyways, so gonna find a body shop for the estimate, see what it is. But let me slide out of here and I'll tell you what happened with the insurance company. Give me a sec. Alright guys, made my way back from under the machine, survived, no complaints. Yeah, so I'm actually editing the next video here. which was shot before this video, go figure. But in the next video when it comes out, it's actually talking about I need to call the insurance company or whatnot. But because of the filming order or sequence, I already called the insurance company. I have a half decent policy. Didn't ask many questions. They actually said it happened quite a lot this year. All they told me is go get an estimate, send it to them, they'll send me the money. If the damage is past a certain threshold, I get my full value of my machine back. But as you see, looking at that damage, they're not gonna write that off. So, gonna get my machine back. Now, one thing I wanna do is I wanna actually go get it winterized first, because the nights are getting colder. Don't know where I'm bringing it for the work or anything. Don't wanna take a chance. So I'm gonna winterize it. At the same time, I'm gonna be finding shops to try to see, get estimates and get this going, which it should be ready by spring. This year has been very special for that Sea-Doo. Blew an engine, transducer leaks for the 1000th time. Cat, I'm talking, relax. Transducer leaks for the 1000th time, and now I smashed it. So lost 2 months at the beginning of the season, probably lost 3-4 weeks at the end. What can you do? Have that boat on the driveway. This boat. We have this boat on the driveway, but as many of you may recall, we had that bad storm. It was filling up, then the wake of the boat kind of sunk it. So the whole engine, everything was underwater. I did get it out of the water, pulled the plugs, everything, dried it off, cleaned the whole boat. When I pulled the plugs, I turned it over until I got all the water out, dried out the whole engine. And then at one point, I charged up the battery, put it back in, and when I turned the key now, it almost turned over there. That was the closest it came yet. It wanted to turn over there. So that's my next mission right now, to prolong my summer, or my fishing season, open water fishing season, is I'm going to try to get this puppy back in the water. I've done a lot to it. I put new seats, new carpeting, sealed the interior, exterior, redid the controls, rewired all the new bilges, new lights, everything, and then I sank it. So that's my next project over the couple days, just to try to get back out on the water. If this fails, and I may utilize it anyways, is the fact that my insurance company covers, when my Sea-Doo goes down, $1,500 in rental fees in order for me to stay on the water. So if really worst case scenario, I'll rent a boat and go fishing. But we do have lots of trips coming up. Like I said, I'm already editing another one, which I'm not impressed with because I chose to try out the head cam. Never again. But we'll see what type of video we can make out of it. Trying a trip to Balsam with my buddy and his old man to go for some muskie. I actually went muskie fishing on Georgian Bay a couple days ago. No luck yet, but the season's just starting, so probably a few adventures out there fishing for muskie. And I'm really debating trying one of these charters on Simcoe here. From what I see, they're getting a lot of luck, and be a good learning experience. Learn the tricks of the lake and whatnot. So that is that. Some of the other things I'm trying to do to the Sea-Doo this year is, as you guys have seen, the 2021 Fishpros came out, and those things are drop dead gorgeous. Could finally get rid of the green mark on my seat. Problem is, I already own 2 sets of seats for my Sea-Doo, the GTX and the Fishpro with the green. Maybe I'll try to get rid of the 2 sets I have, buy the new Fishpro seat with the blue. It'll match my unit. Good to go. New Fishpro also came out with the front rod and cup holders. You know that's an addition I must do. All right, right now I run around with a cup holder thing that attaches to my life jacket. It does get me by, it's easy, but having those rod holders up front with the cup holder, that'll be a game changer for sure. The other big thing is they have that debris IDF or whatever. I don't think I could put that on mine, because obviously I'm assuming there's a gearbox to spin the impeller the other way or whatnot, but maybe it was something I could have done before I blew my engine when they were putting the new one in. But I'm going to ask the question what it would take. And lastly would be that new big display on the Fishpro, on the GTX hull in general, that 7-inch smart display. if I could get that upgraded and it's not 10 grand to do so, might try to do that too. Always looking to try to stay up with the times on my machine. Like, it's only 2 years old now, and it's really getting outdated how quickly they changed everything this year. But I'll keep it up. It still has one thing that you can't get on the Fishpro, and my Fishpro is 230 horsepower supercharged, so still beats the 170, and that's part of the reason I built it the way I did. And then lastly, I'm thinking, again, similar to last year, if I get it back and it's not gone in repairs all winter, might actually wrap the thing just to keep it fresh. So yeah, other than that, Sea-Doo season's over, fishing season isn't, lots of adventures to come. Can't travel obviously because of all these stupid restrictions and everything, so that's kind of ruined, but ice fishing will start sooner or later, which will be a few more adventures, and before we know it, we'll be back out on the Sea-Doo. But for now, I'm gonna sit here, finish editing this. If I could get this done in decent time, I'm gonna go outside and I'm actually gonna try to work on that boat, see if I could get it running. Yeah, if I figure out what the boat is, I'll add it as the next clip, just for shits and giggles after the logo, to show you guys what I found. If I don't, then enjoy the logo. Thanks for watching. See you next week for the next adventure, already in progress. Don't forget to like and subscribe, smash that bell for notifications, and we'll see you very soon on the next adventure. Peace. Alright guys, when this boat went underwater, it sat there for a couple hours underwater, and when it stopped turning over, I looked under, found one wire that looked broken, and I really didn't like the connections to the battery, and everything else under there looked really corroded and whatnot. So what I did right now is I got some sandcloth because I didn't have my wire brush around. Went under, disconnected all the wiring, cut the power cord back because the ends weren't good, redid the ends on the cords and everything, plugged it all back in, and right now I'm about to turn the key and see if this thing moves. Before all this, when I turned the key, you could hear the clicking, but you didn't get any power to the actual engine. So moment of truth right now, we're gonna turn the key once. Okay, we got 12 volts over there. Now it's the moment of truth. Ready? Let's go. All right, we're gonna have a boat in no time. It's turning over again, because I need to get new spark plugs, but these should work for now. What I'm gonna do now is reconnect the spark plugs, get some clean gas, put it in, maybe drop a seafoam because it's been sitting for a while, and I'm gonna see if I could get this thing actually running. Hopefully one of the things I clean up now fixes the problem. When I was losing power periodically and then popping back in, I was having trouble troubleshooting that because it was so inconsistent, but maybe somehow I fix it by doing this. So all right guys, got the new gas tank connected, the hose, everything. Had a little leak, but it's fixed right now. We pulled the plugs, verified I got gas coming out. Cranking it over, it just doesn't want to start, but it is cranking, so we've made progress in the last 10 minutes. The fact that it's cranking nice and strong, I'm just not getting it to catch right now. Now what I want to do next is I want to verify I got spark, but that'll be a lot easier to do when I got somebody else here flipping the switch for me while I'm back here. So I'm gonna cap it up for now and wait till somebody comes up to give me a hand. But yeah, making progress. We'll be out on the water soon. Yeah buddy, see you soon.